Foley here for Title Sports Network. Days, press conferences don't get much bigger than this in terms of British boxing, and you know all about that being on Sky Sports for so long. This is one of the biggest ones we've had for a long time, and this is a great day today here at the press conference. I've just heard a little something off Spencer Oliver that below us, I don't know if you've heard this, there used to be underground boxing events 2,000 years ago. So this is the kind of occasion we're here for today.
Yeah, the Guildhall. I've driven past this place so many times. I never actually knew what it was and what it was about. And apparently this is the Roman headquarters as far as they got. Downstairs they've got, this is where they used to hold boxing events downstairs. Funny enough, the Guildhall are going to put on a boxing show again, an amateur show later on in the year or early next year. I'm hoping to be invited to along. It's an amazing building. The thing about London is, I suppose if you live here, you don't appreciate what you've got. I'm an outsider, and I love history, and it tells so many stories the boys can't or individuals can't. So being in a building like this, looking at the statues, looking at the carvings, hearing about the history of this place, to me it's flattering, it's honouring.
Yeah, it's incredible. We're hoping to get 96,000 in Wembley Stadium on Saturday night. As for the fight, back and forth, we're expecting a great fight. Are you expecting a close fight will be the first question, because I think it's fair to say Anthony Joshua's the favourite, but how close do you think this is going to be?
I don't think this fight goes past the distance, goes past the halfway mark. I think it'll be a bruising fight, can be a bruising fight. Daniel Dubois, it's not a secret, his sparring partners will tell you that he gets hit too easy. Anthony Joshua's a faster stinging punch, but Dubois is a very strong, heavy-handed puncher. This fight, well, Daniel Dubois saying by any means necessary, so he's going to put it on him. So if he puts it on him and he's reckless, fight might be a heavyweight version of Hagler Hearns.
I heard
if he takes his time and tries to outbox Anthony Joshua, I think Anthony Joshua carves him up like a butcher. But I do believe this is going to be such an exciting fight. 96,000 people at National Stadium.
When Anthony Joshua went through that period where, let's say, he wasn't at his best and he kind of tried to box on the outside instead of do what he does, do you feel like he can use that in a fight like this? Because we haven't actually seen him go up against a proper puncher since those Usyk days, those Usyk fights, where he could actually maybe use it to his advantage in a fight like this. I'm not saying he shouldn't use his power, but now he's got both attributes and he's more all-round for a fight like this. It might be useful.
Yeah, so you've got to go through his experience to be the fighter he is today, and he's just returned into a mature version of himself. Daniel Dubois is an immature version of the immature version that Anthony Joshua was at 27. You're young puppet heavyweight. So in your 30s, mid-30s upwards, that's when you're a mature heavyweight. Anthony Joshua just had to grow up in public. He's had to take his licks. He's had to learn how to deal with criticism. He's had to learn how to deal with losses. Had to learn how to be with being with the front runner. He's had to learn the responsibilities of being a champion. That's the only thing that can give you that is time. You've got to go through all those things. Daniel Dubois has to go through all those things himself. So I've got no question to ask of Anthony Joshua, should he this, is he that, can he this? Because he's ticked every box and gone through every experience. Now these questions should be posed to Daniel. Can he? Is he? Will he? Should he?
Great at your job, man. I'm excited just talking about it. I have to bring up the Don Charles potential split. It seems like he's going to be in his corner, but there's been rumours that there's been a fallout with Dave, Stan, Dubois, Daniel's dad, and Don. This wouldn't be the first time that he's fallen out with a trainer. Do you know much about this? Have you ever spoken to Daniel's dad?
Well, I have not heard these rumours. Obviously, Don Charles has not been around this week. I know why, but it's not like they've fallen out. He's got a cold. It's fine, but he's got a cold. People are making a bigger deal over what it is. Obviously, Spencer Fearon had some remarks today that set the cat amongst the pigeon. That's the personal issue between Spencer Fearon and Stanley Du Bois, Daniel's dad. And Spencer was very comfortable in coming forward in regards to saying, look, this is what I think of you, this is what it is. Spencer told me today that he's had a solicitor's letter from Stanley Du Bois, and Spencer said if he wants to stand up in court and have this conversation, I'll have the conversation. So you don't want to make me bring this to the forefront. So that's not our business. That's their business, and we'll just sit down with our popcorn and watch it unfold.
One thing on Stanley, Stan, Dave, whatever you want to call him. We can say whatever we want, but he's done some amazing things that not many parents can do. I watched King Richard the other day, and it's about Richard Williams and the Williams sisters and how they came up from having a parent who basically forced them to do what they love, and then they became the greatest of all time. And it's the same kind of thing you see Daniel with his dad. He wouldn't be in the position he is without him. There has to be some credit that goes to him as well, because I spoke to Daniel, I asked him this the red carpet. He wouldn't be here without him, and they've got a special relationship, so it is great to see that he's got this far with the partnership with his dad. It's quite inspiring as well, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, and the thing is, you know, David Beckham wouldn't be Sir David Beckham without Sir Alex Ferguson. Prince Nassim Hamid wouldn't have been Prince Nassim Hamid without Brendan Ingle.
And you without...
Daniel Dubois wouldn't have got to this stage without his old man. So you give credit where credit's due, and it's an unorthodox way to get the best out of your sibling, your charge, and that's what he's done. So of course you've got to get maximum credit.
Appreciate your time, Johnny. Really good to see you here. We're in Trafalgar Square tomorrow, back in Wembley on Saturday. It's going to be a huge night.
Thank you.